The myth of the dome of the endless sun. Long ago, when storms raged unchecked, oceans choked with plastic, and nations burned with their own hubris, there were whispers of a thinker, or perhaps a secretive band of thinkers who grew weary of the chaos. They looked at the world and decided it could not continue as it was. Life needed a pause, a place to exist deliberately, slowly, and entirely on its own terms. The dome began from fragments. They scavenged forgotten technology, rusting rocket designs, abandoned climate control experiments, decommissioned satellites, and patents long expired. They studied storms as if they were living beings, learning their rhythms, their fury, and their obedience to physics. One tale even claims they captured a bolt of lightning in a coil, coaxing it into service, a silent pact with nature itself. Plastic washed ashore from distant oceans became their first building material. Legends say a single reef of sun-bleached debris was enough to construct the first terraces and mirrored panels. The earliest dome was no larger than a village, a shimmering bubble where gardens thrived, air circulated perfectly, and storms were tamed gently, spinning harmlessly within its walls. Satellites dismissed the glimmers as auroras, illusions, or hallucinations. Over decades, the dome grew. Giant hurricane harvesters spun beyond the ice, harnessing storms for energy, laughing silently at the world's attempts to challenge them. The story of the ICBM attack became legend. Missiles fell like rain, yet the harvesters shrugged them off, spinning faster, impervious to the effort like mosquitoes striking a rhinoceros. After that, no nation dared approach. The dome became untouchable, a city of patient power, slow-motion perfection, and deliberate care. From its heart, enormous pipes made of recycled plastic stretched toward distant deserts, carrying the cold Antarctic air to lands scorched by sun and wind. These silver arteries floated above ice and sand alike, powered only by harvested hurricanes, redistributing climate with improbable elegance and precision. Satellites reflected sunlight into the city, creating artificial dawns and dusks for terraces climbing kilometers high, while inside, gardens and forests thrived, untouched by the chaos outside. And yet the dome was not merely machines. Whispers told of humans who had lost everything, who had wished to die yet still clung faintly to life. These were said to be recruited into the dome, offered a wager that no one could fully name. Some called it Faustian, others Pascals, though the words had lost their meaning. The wager asked only for attention, presence, and a willingness to exist deliberately, to live in a place where time moved differently, where every step and breath mattered. One among them set out to take the wager. He had wandered frozen plains, following subtle signs, anomalies in the wind, glimmers in ice, whispers in satellite readings. No sailor had seen the dome, for it lay in the heart of the continent, far from water and far from reach. The journey demanded patience, observation, and faith in the impossible. He slept beneath snow, listening to the wind and imagining the hum of harvesters far away, untouched by human designs. Now at the last ridge he paused. The air was cold but alive with presence. Beyond the valley he could feel the dome waiting, not calling, not announcing, merely existing. Adjusting his pack, he stepped forward. The journey was no longer about survival or hope. It was about attending fully, deliberately to life itself, and to the city that had been waiting patiently for those willing to take the wager. The myth said the dome could absorb anyone who approached with the right intent. Its harvesters spun silently. Its mirrors reflected sunlight across terraces and gardens, and its pipes carried cold winds to deserts far away. The city existed, untouchable, deliberate, and patient, a slow-motion empire at the heart of the frozen continent, quietly shaping the world while the outside continued its endless noise. And so, the wager-taker moved forward into legend, toward the dome of the endless sun, where storms were tamed, light was choreographed, and life could be lived as deliberately as the machines that spun above the ice.